Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. Yeah, it's time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. I didn't forget about you guys. Nope. It's Saturday, August 13th, 2016. I give you the date every single day so that you know that we do this day after day after day after day. And I say that in a good way. Man, every single day I do the pocket dump deconstruction. That's when I throw down my pocket stuff that's filling up my pockets for the day, and then we deconstruct it, we talk about it, and we play with beautiful knives. That's the big part of the pocket dump deconstruction. Yes, it's going up later than usual. Just so you guys know the schedule, Monday through Friday, before 11 a.m., we put up the video, the pocket dump deconstruction for the day. Saturday and Sunday, it goes later, and boy, I do it right before I run off to work Monday through Friday. On Saturday, I do it when I go outside, which I laze around like everybody else on the weekends. And then I go out later. And I'll tell you, it is 7 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. I'm just thinking about going out. It is so hot. In my city, we're under an extreme heat warning. I don't even know what that is until Sunday. It's 7 o'clock. It's 97 degrees Fahrenheit. 97 degrees at 7 o'clock. It's hot. I turned off the air conditioning for the vlog, and I'm already starting to sweat. I have a light over me. So let's see if we can do this before the fat man falls on the table. If you hear this, that means my forehead has just hit the table. I've got dressed. I have a Hawaiian shirt. I've got dressed as cool as a fat guy could get. Friends of mine at first said, let's go out and smoke on some rooftop bar. And I went, nah, I'm going to die. It's hot. So we're going to go to one of our favorite cigar shops and smoke inside and do some nipping and some drinking and just have a good time. It is one of my lightest pocket dumps so far. What you see right there is what I'm going to carry. I rearranged it, made it look all pretty. I took a couple of pictures that'll be posted on Instagram, probably by the time this goes up in the next 30 minutes. Turn my iPhone 6S Plus. Oh, by the way, the Instagram, at Keith Kevin King. Come join the feed. Honest to you. Honest. I post a whole bunch of knife-related photos each and every day, at least 4 of them. Also, even if you don't join my feed, you need to be on Instagram if you like knives, because all the makers are on there. A lot of folks, crazies like us, are on there. So everything that you see in my carry, there's some group that loves them, whether it's watches or men's stuff or whatever. So join Instagram. It took me a long time. I'm an older guy. I'm 57. I was like, this Instagram stuff, but man, it's great. Anyway, turned my iPhone 6S Plus from photo to video. Now we're doing this pocket dump deconstruction, and I'm starting to sweat already. This is one of the smallest that I could get. I still have my 3 knives. I'll tell you what, one reason is my friends tease me. They're used to me always having 3 knives carried. And they said, don't you dare do less than 3 knives just because YouTube people tell you to. So I don't. I love my 3 knives. In this case, I wanted a lightweight carry. Plus, when I'm at the cigar place, they love the knives. Oh, they love the knives. In this case, though, I have, like, this must be one of my smallest carries I've done. And I'm really excited about it. It's fun. It'll be great conversation starters as well. So let's do this. It's the tag today. Yeah, it's 97 degrees at 7 o'clock. Oh, by the way, the low, it's going to dip into the chilly 81 degrees. Yes, it's August. Yes, it's hot. I'm on the East Coast. This is really hot. Anyway, that's my tag watch. You guys know I consider that the Sabenza of the watch world, period. I love a lot of watches, but I just love it because it's sturdy. It's so well built. It has a tradition, and you can wear it fancy or not fancy, just like for me, a Chris Reeve Sabinza. Hey, again, I'm going to a cigar shop, but I wanted to bring a Cuban. I try not to bring, usually when I go out and I know we're going out just to smoke, maybe eat a little, I'll bring some for my friends. But, you know, you go into a U.S. cigar shop, great place, wonderful, lived in, club chairs and everything. I'm going to smoke a Cuban and everyone loves it, but you don't want to bring in too many cigars when you go into the shop, right? You need to buy something. That's etiquette to me. So I will do that. But man, I'm happy to have my La Gloria Cabana. Not enough of these. I tell you, man, even the non-Cuban La Glorias I love. That's the Cuban one. I am putting in some Johnny Walker Blue. Oh man, I just did the I try not to do brand, well, I do brands with cigars, but most of them are Cuban. I do brands with knives, yada yada. But this is blue. The wallet is one of my vintage older what am I trying to say? Coach wallets, flat Coach wallet. The coin of the day is from the U.S. Mint. It's representing the National Park Service. It's 100 years from 1916 to 2016. I wish I was at a national park by a big waterfall or something. But man, that National Park Service's system is something else in the U.S. At some point, when I get closer to retirement, I want to just go to all the national parks that I can. I'll tell you, I'm thinking about it. I'm starting to think about retirement and traveling and go to the best cigar places, the best knife shops, you know, those real expensive ones like 17 grand. Not that I'm buying them, but to watch, go check out shows and have some fun. That's, yeah, I just share, you know, these weekend vlogs, pocket dump deconstructions, because it's later in the day. I always go a little crazy, don't I? Sorry about that. Usually with the morning vlogs, I get up, first thing I think about are the knives. I get it done, then I'm going off to work. Here I'm like, hey. So I hope you guys are okay with the little bit different flavor. Now let's talk about the knives. Remember, I wanted to have a smaller carry. This is my Spyderco Spin. I love me Spyderco Spin. You guys know most of the keychain knives that I have are from Spyderco, because Spyderco continues to create some wonderful, very small knives. They just do a great job at it. They really do. They're small, but even a guy with fat Michelin Man hands handle them nice. Look at that, the choils there. Right there on the handle is nice. The Spin has that, what I call that pizza slice kind of shape. VG10 steel, 1.9 inch blade, so a nice size blade. VG10 steel, good steel. This, of course, is one of the sprint runs, one of the limited editions with blue Precision handles. Now, let's talk a little bit about Precision. Okay, that's on the show side. On the back side, it's stainless steel with that Chris Reeve frame lock. A frame lock on a little knife like this, little clip on a little knife like this. Some people I know just take off the clips and throw them in their pants pocket or drop them in the pocket. I, of course, use these as my keychain knife, which I love, especially a classic keychain knife. You know, when you're smoking with a bunch of folks smoking in a cigar shop, man, they love the keychain knife and all the other knives too. It's a guy's night. We smoke, we drink, we tell a whole bunch of lies. And we usually empty our pockets and talk crap about that as well. This is the Spin from Spyderco. This is the keychain knife with Precision, blue Precision scales on the front side, on the show side. Incision is the pattern. That's the incision. It's the pattern, and the pattern is made out of, the pattern is a pattern of a specific Japanese kimono, and that pattern is called incision. But when you see one of these incision scales from Spyderco, I have a bunch of them, and they do use incision on a lot of their sprint runs. It's glass fiber. Each fiber is smaller than the human hair. It's weaved together into the incision pattern. And then they have something over it, so it's smooth as glass. You're not actually touching that weave. What you're touching is real smooth. I love that. That's the spin. That's my keychain knife for today. Spyderco Spin. Dodo! I want it small, I want it functional, and I wanted a conversation piece. Oh yeah, I want the Dodo. The Dodo is just a great knife. It just really is. It's a unique knife. This kind of talks about the Spyderco theory of design. A lot of Spyderco knives, you know, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be going through all of my Spyderco knives, the fixed knives, the folding knives. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 1,000. It's going to be a Spyderco Poliwog. Spyderco Poliwog. Is that what I call it? And Palooza. Spyderco Palooza. And the reason I went off track and talked about that is there's a lot of smaller knives. Sometimes I don't carry them. Some of them are very classic that we'll be going through, but you'll start to see some trends. One thing is some knives you might even say are ugly knives, like this handle. Yes, it's orange G10, which you guys know I love. I really do love it. But what I really like about it is, although it's ugly, man, it fits the hand perfectly. So then you think it's a big handle and a small blade, but man, it cuts like a big blade. I love that belly on it. I love the hook, and look, it's strong enough. You can't pry with it, but it's not a weak point. I really love this knife. And what Spyderco did was they threw S30V steel at it. CPM S30V steel, just a wonderful steel. They have the wire blade as well. Oh, I love the wonderful Spyderco lock where you can see the see the ball right there. The earlier ones had a ceramic ball. This is a stainless steel ball, and I love, you can see how the lock works. So when it's closed, it's on a spring and it's pressing against that blade right there to keep it closed, right? The detent. And then as it opens, you can feel the tension right there with that lock on the spring. And watch this. There you go. Then it goes up there and you have a nice strong lock that also looks purty as well. That's the Spyderco Dodo. S30V steel. I'm going to rock. Oh man, talking about rocking. Kind of sick, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to rock the orange G10 because it's super hot and summery, and that's why. But man, I'll tell you, I played around with this carbon fiber Dodo. Oh, I played around with it. What a wonderful build. This man, when Spyderco gets great carbon fiber, it just feels wonderful. Remember I told you with this lock, it has, some of them has ceramic ball. Well, this one does. Both of these, by the way, are discontinued, but you can find them on the secondary market every now and then. I was thinking about this. A little classier, a little bit more muted, but hey, it's 97 degrees at 7 o'clock p.m. Screw muted. Usually, I dress my age. I've got a bunch of Hawaiian shirts. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt, man. Nothing's worse. I'd rather be standing up feeling cool in a Hawaiian shirt than passed out like a beached whale in another conservative shirt. But those were the choices, man. I love my dodos. I have 2 of them. You're looking at the complete dodo collection. But, man, they are different. That wonderful, man, oh, man. Listen to me. When I go man, oh, man, sometimes I can't believe I own these 2. I really love this dodo. Not going with this one, though. We're going to go with the orange dodo, not the carbon fiber dodo. There we go. And then you will never hear these words from another YouTuber, ever. You will never hear these words ever from another knife person. Here's my large knife, the Reeve Mnandi. You know, what I set out to do, folks, as you could almost see, is first get low, get real small, and also just have a nice gentleman's folder carry. And I'll tell you, this is the biggest blade coming off of the Reeve Mnandi, 2.75 inches. It's all blade. And of course, I brought out one of my, well, all of my Mnandis are just beautiful. I mean, how can they not be? I'm a big fan of Chris Reeves and a wonderful fan of the Mnandi. I can't wait for the new woods inlays to come out. I'll tell you, I'm really excited about those. This is, of course, the Mnandi with the snake wood inlays. So if that's not fancy enough, I put on the basket weave Damascus blade as well. So it's just wonderful with those tie liners. Look at that. Basket weave Damascus. It's all of these steels put together, smashed together, and you can see, especially when they're so tight, a tight pattern like basket weave. Look at that. Oh, man. Tie liners. You know I love the clip. It's everything about the Mnandi is just class act. Just a class act. And of course, the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. Oh man, it's just smooth. Remember, I don't know when, was it this week or last week, if you saw it, for some reason my hands were all sweaty, and that's how my brain works. You know, I said, oh, people were talking about you can't open up a Mnandi with one hand. And for some reason, I could not open up my Mnandis with one hand. Before I said those words, I was just opening it up. I usually don't even talk about that. As you've seen, I've been opening and closing this Mnandi with one hand forever. And as you guys probably know, if you know me, hey man, I'm too grown to sit around practicing how to open up knives. Okay? I don't do it. No offense. Nah, I open them up the easiest way for me. And for me, one of the easiest ways is one-handed. This is one of the new Mnandis. You know, that nail nick is a little shallower than the old Mnandis. I don't own any of the old Mnandis. At some point, I'll do a hunt to get some old Mnandis. And I think that people were used to the first one. I've only been used to this Mnandi. And that shallow nail nick, I think when the change came, something in their mind said, we can no longer open this up. I don't really use the nail nick. I just pinch both sides and open it up. But I really love this Mnandi. I love this carry. It's funny, right? You see the Dodo with that big handle, you almost want to say, that's your big carry. But no, when you look at the knife size, especially when you look at the usable knife size, ah, man. Yeah, only I would say, only on the Keith Kevin Ken channel would anyone say, and probably get some hate for it, yes, my Mnandi is my large knife of the day. That's it, you guys. Small carry. You'll see it on my Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken, probably about the time that you get a chance, about the time the video goes live. Oh, I'm loving this carry. That's going to be on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. Join the feed. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. And my Poliwog, my Spyderco Poliwog, oh, it took me a long time, man. I was thinking Poliwog instead of Dodo. What a wonderful small knife that I have not carried in a long time. It has some similarities to the Dodo. Again, it's one of those small knives from Spyderco that looks kind of funky. It has the same lock. But man, again, I think the Poliwog really defines what I was telling you about Spyderco. Look at how this feels. It just goes right in there. These are fat fingers. Just right there. 4 fingers. The last finger right here. It's just perfect with that choil. They have listed 2.3-inch blade, but really the cutting surface of this is about a 1.9-inch blade. It cuts like a big knife. It really does. Man, look at it with the swedges on the top. I love the Poliwog. I do. When it's closed, yes, it looks weird. Of course it looks weird. It doesn't have a top on it, right? Carries nice with that wonderful wire clip. It's wide in the pocket. So is the Dodo. In fact, how I'll carry this is I'll put my Mnandi in a Chris Reeve leather sheath, drop it in the pocket, and then I'll put my orange one clipped to my pocket. Oh, the Poliwog. I love this knife. Every now and then, I see the stainless steel Poliwog pop up. I'm not a big fan of stainless steel because of all the prints and stuff that gets on it. But man, I've wanted a stainless steel Poliwog forever. But they always come up and they're way too expensive for me at that time. I don't know. My mind is crazy. I'll overpay on some things, but some things my mind says no, 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 no. Man, just a wonderful knife. I love it. Black G10, obviously on the scales. It VG10 steel on the Poliwog, right? Let's see. Yep, VG10 steel on the Poliwog. Just a wonderful knife. It's a user. It's pretty, but you can use this. It cuts nice. That was going to be my medium carry, and I'll tell you, it took me a while to decide, but I'll go with the Dodo instead. I wanted that. If this was a different color or something, I just wanted that color. If I'm going to sweat, I want to sweat in style. There you have it, folks. That is going to be the carry, and that's the knife that got away. This is the pocket dump deconstruction that only the Keith, Kevin, Ken channel does in this kind of way. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you. Don't forget to thumb this up. Your thumbs up has been great. Go crazy on the thumbs up, man. It just makes me want to turn off the air conditioner and do a pocket dump deconstruction. Sweating. My bald head is like a damp river right now. But I'm happy to do this. I'm so happy you guys give me so much of your time. You have a perfect day. Don't forget to thumb it up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to hit that 1,000 and go through all the Spydercos. You guys have a perfect day. Hey, keep your pockets full. Even if they're sweaty, it's still fun. Goodbye.